Merriam's online academy. In today's video, I'll be going over my pro tips for the entertainer. To purchase a copy of the music I'll be using, feel free to follow the link in the description below. Be sure to check out my performance video of the entertainer, as well as my full breakdown of the song. So pro tip number 1 is to play the right hand melody really clearly and really smoothly. So let's take a look at an example of that right in the introduction. Connect all of the notes to make a really legato line. We have a bit of left hand here. And then as you're playing this right hand, it's all smooth. And you also want to play to the bottom of the key for a really clear sound. And you're going to want to do that all the way through the piece. Pro tip number 2 is that we want to play the left hand bass note on beat 1 and 3 a little bit stronger than the intervals or the notes on beat 2 and 4. So what do I mean by that? Well, let's take a look. Actually, I'm going to flip to page 3 where I have a little bit more left hand. But the left hand pattern through a lot of this piece is a bass note and then a couple of other notes. So if I start right here, I want the lower note stronger. So strong here, 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 here. So these ones end up with a slight bit of an accent, and then these ones in between are very, very light. And that brings a little bit of a shape. It's kind of a bass line. If I play the upper notes heavier, it sounds a little bit clunky. Like that. So when I put that together with my other hand, here's how it would sound if I overemphasize that beat 2 and 4, which is what we don't want to do. See how that gets a little bit clunky? Now if I play those light and bring out my bass note, see how that sounds. You get the idea. Has a little bit more energy and not too clunky. The next thing we want to do is we want to add dynamics to each section. As all the way through this piece, we have a piano and then we have a forte, which creates a really, really nice balance between your hands. So that starts right at the beginning. We have a piano marking and then a crescendo right here, and then a forte right away. And then that happens again. Piano marking, crescendo, forte. So you keep flipping back and forth between those two dynamics. So this is how that would sound. Let me just flip to the next page. And you get the idea. Creates a little bit more excitement, more fun to play too. The next part we want to add, we can add a little bit of additional crescendos and diminuendos when you have some of the sections with a lot of eighth notes. So this happens a few times in the piece. It happens at the tail end of the A section and actually throughout a lot of the B section. So one of my general rules for this is you want a crescendo when the notes go higher. I'll draw a crescendo there. And you want a diminuendo when the notes go lower. So let's take a look at what that looks like. And I'll jump into the B section for this so that you can get an idea. One of the sections where we have a whole lot of running eighth notes. So here's one of them right here. We have a whole bunch of eighth notes in a row, and we've got this in a few spots throughout this page. So you can see when the notes are going up that I'm going to get a little bit louder. Like that, right? Right there. Going down, soft. sorry, let me do that again. Let me just start on that second phrase. So let me write in a couple of spots where I did the crescendos and diminuendos, and then at home, if you want to use some of these ideas, feel free. So right here, I did one, right? Little bit of crescendo, diminuendo. You could do the same thing here, right here for sure, right here, coming back down. Here you've got a piano marking anyway, but still you can do a little bit of this. Then definitely one here. And I liked this one right here. Like that. So feel free to play around a little bit, add some of your own phrasing in this section, and it'll make some of those running passages of eighth notes a little bit more interesting to play. My final pro tip is to end with a nice big accent on the last note. This is very important when you're playing a piece like this. It's a really fun and upbeat piece, so you definitely want to end with a big finish. And you can see here they've put an accent right at the ending. You can also do a really nice crescendo up until this so that the piece ends with a lot of excitement. It makes people want to stand up and clap and cheer for you when you finish the song. So here's how the ending would go. So those are my pro tips for playing the entertainer. Be sure to check out my full performance video, other videos I've done on this piece, as well as other videos on our channel.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching Merriam's Online Academy. Check back here for more videos and don't forget to subscribe below.